coming into year 2 of spring practice. What was the feeling like this morning?
First of all, super excited. I told the team, I tell them all the time, man, you either got to or get to. I get to be the head football coach of South Carolina State. I don't got to do anything. They don't got to be football players here at South Carolina State University. They get to. So every day is a blessing. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. So it was a great day. Day one, a new team, a new season, but the mission doesn't change. When you look at 2024, it's behind us, all right? New leaders has to arise. And that's what we're looking for. And there's some guys that came out here today with the right mindset. I tell them we get 15 opportunities. You can never get this day back. It's only 14 more. And I thought some guys took some steps forward, saw some good communication, some good effort. It's some things we got to clean up after one practice. Absolutely. But we're just an install one. Pleased with the effort today for the most part.
When you look at the fact that you said it's a new team, what's like the most important thing coming into developing these new guys?
Just first of all, getting them to understand the culture, what we're all about culture-wise. Culture means everything. Culture shouldn't just have to be on the walls and things like that. You got to live culture. You know what I'm saying? You can have slogans and have things of that nature, but you got to live the cardinal principle of this program. And the cardinal principles of this program is dig deep. When adversity strikes, because in life it's going to strike. In games, sometimes you're not always going to be up. Sometimes you're going to be down. You got to dig deep. That's discipline, integrity, God, dedication, effort, execution, pride. It's all going to come back at the end of the day. And our guys got to understand that. And when new guys come in, because we have some newcomers that are going to be special. I was excited to see those guys out here today. But when new guys got to come in, they got to understand the culture. How do we do things? If you watch at the end of practice, Ashard Bill Hall stood up to the team because there's some things that didn't meet the expectation and the culture that we set in this program. And I was grateful to see him on our Leadership Accountability Council step up because he's one of our new leaders, and new leaders has to arise. So that made me so proud today that he has a voice because he's earned the right to have a voice here wearing that garnet and blue.
Coach, you talk about the install. Do you expect it to go a little bit quicker this season, knowing that you got a couple of guys that have been in the system already for a year?
Well, I tell you what, Travis, to answer your question, yes and no. Okay, we have a new quarterback. Okay, although we have some guys that's been in the system, we haven't had a guy that started. We have some new offensive linemen. We have some new receivers. We have a new tight end. We have some new D-linemen. We have some new linebackers. We have some new secondary guys. So although they have some familiarity with the offense and the defense and the special teams, at the same time, they hadn't been out there in live bullets all the time. So yeah, they're gonna understand and they're gonna have heard it before, but they still gotta go out and do it. It's a different thing for having it on the board when you see it on the board and it looks good in the air condition, okay? But those pieces start moving out here on the field. But I'm pleased with what I saw in day one, just our base fundamental things. And I tell our staff today, and like I told the whole team this morning, the Navy SEAL, I look at all the United States military and I really, really look at them and I say, man, I tell you what, that's something special because they're about discipline. But the Navy SEALs say, you don't rise to the occasion. You sink to the level of your training. So it's about the foundation, the training that we're doing now. It's going to set us up when we get into September, August and September. So at the end of the day, our training, we're big on details this spring, we're big on technique, we're big on fundamentals. It's about teaching. So now when we get out back in August, guys are playing amazingly fast because they have a true understanding of the foundation that's been placed in their daily walk.
Are there a couple of positions on the field that you're particularly focused on?
Well, I'm focused on all of them. As a head football coach, personnel is the most important thing. But, we got to see new leaders arise, man. Of course, obviously, you got to have a quarterback. Okay, and of course Ryan Stubblefield has been in the offense. T.J. Moore had a year as a freshman in the offense. Now we have Amari Jones coming in as a guy that we think can come compete for the job. It's his job to come in and learn what he's doing. So at the end of the day, have the battle. You got to know what you're doing. But the quarterback position, that's like from little league to the NFL. You better have a guy behind center. And again, so that's one of the positions we'll be looking at.
What about offensive line? I know you lost a ton there, but you do have guys coming back and a new coordinator. So just talk a little about, I noticed you've spent quite a bit of time down there with them today.
Well, we don't have a new coordinator. We have the same coordinator. We got a new O-line coach.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I meant to say. I apologize.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, it always starts with the big boys. You better have a quarterback and you better have somebody that can protect him. But we got some guys that have played, man, and I'm super excited. Like, I think we're far ahead of where we were, even though we had some returners last year. We're far ahead this spring than we even were last year. So I'm pleased with those guys. Now, do they have a long way to go? Yeah, because they got to get game snaps. And nothing like game snaps. If you look at Roger Smith, we call him Big Baby, he's had 36 consecutive starts in this offense. So he had 2 at Benedict and 1 12-game season, a 12-game season, and a 12-game season here. So he's had 36 consecutive starts. So he's got a lot of experience. So he's kind of the voice now. All right, but those other guys are gone. They did a great job for us. They helped us win a MEAC championship, but the new guy got to rise. But I'm looking at some of those new talented guys, and I'm super excited about them because I tell you what, we got a couple young guys that I am fired up about. I mean, a couple young guys. One guy should be getting ready for prom right now. All right, and he's out here practicing and getting after it. All right, Keondae Marsh. He is special. Eli Williams, man, I tell you what, he was a freshman, true freshman last year. He's in his 2nd semester. He's at left tackle right now. He looks amazing. So it's some guys, man, I tell you what, I'm excited about the future, but the future is right now. But again, that position, just like any position, they have to gel. It's not going to happen day 1, day 2. It may take all spring for them to gel or all training camp, but a group has to arise, and I'm excited about those newcomers.